Welcome, guys. Season 18 of GT Americas here at Odyssey Racing League is upon us. Starting things off on July 3rd in COTA, or at COTA in the Americas. So nice little almost Independence Day race here. We've got a mixed grid and mixed classes on track, so GT4s and GT3s. So should be some exciting stuff, as well as AMs, pros, and rookies. So should make some very exciting racing, especially with the demands that COTA asks of a driver. We are currently on board with Chase Jones, watching him go around the track. Oh, I feel like, yeah, I did update my liveries. So if you're not seeing your livery on here, it probably didn't get uploaded properly, so definitely something to double check. And it is good to be back in doing GT Americas. Obviously, I've been racing in GT Americas, though I didn't race at all last season. But always a bit more fun, just being that I know a lot of the guys on track and have also raced against most of them. So a little bit more fun to commentate. Kind of just worked out better for the schedule as well. Oh. Looks like we might be having a bit of connectivity issues, but they seem to have sorted themselves out. Let's see. We should have two cars crossing the line here, I think. Looks like we're only getting time for Chase Jones, though. 2:16.7. And that Aston Martin. Chase Jones, I believe, actually. Races in the Euro division, if I'm remembering correctly, as he's being moved down to third place now by a couple. Looks like he's now half a second off P1. See if we can hop on board with some others out on track. Looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 GT4s. So that's who we're seeing out on track. There'll be those dark blue cars on the mini map. You're seeing on the, it should be right hand side of your screen there. GT4s, not a ton slower than the GT3s, though they will be, lap time, good chunk. I think it's somewhere in the realm of like 5 to 15 seconds, depending on the track and car, and obviously the driver. Straight line speed isn't, it's a little slower, but not much slower than the GT3s. The real area they miss out in is they don't have nearly as much downforce as the GT3s, so can't take the corners nearly as quickly. You can see there as Banning almost runs it wide off the track. I think he still kept it in bounds to validate. Zach Snyder currently sitting up in, probably Schneider is probably how it's pronounced, sitting in P1 with a 2:16.2. Nicholas Mendez in P2 with a 2:16.7.2, and Chase Jones with a 2:16.7.5. So, oh, and Mendez now, however, takes P1 away by the skin of his teeth with a 2:16.3.2. Let's hop on board with Zach Schneider, who, the Schneider cut. Looks like he's just getting ready to start his lap. He's in the McLaren. I'm going to update my liveries once again between qualifying and the race and see if we can get these to load. I did upload it or sync them at like 8:30, so maybe some got in there afterwards. Oh man, wish I could send my cat to go refill my water. Zach Schneider really whipping it about. Let's follow him through these S's. It's really hard to get a sense for how well he's moving from that angle. It's not, I feel like it's not out far enough is the issue there. Wait, well, that's not the right view. Cockpit is what we want, and then we're gonna bring it over here and wriggle that down so it's, you guys can hear. Down the long straight, big overtaking opportunity. Especially since you're coming into the hairpin here, and COTA's a nice wide track, so you can take different lines into the corners, get real inventive. Really running it, taking a little bit of that sausage curb, getting the car a little unsettled, but nothing you can't manage. See how he's doing time-wise as he comes through this left-hander. He's running right about, he needs a little bit, you know, any time he's going to improve, and he's sitting right about even. Not improving, not losing time. This one's tough. Doesn't have the downforce to stay on the gas the whole time, so needs to let off until he feels that the car's got it. Carry as much speed as you can through there while keeping it in, and he's going to have to bail out. Unfortunate for Schneider. Looks like he's going to have to settle for P2. And we've got the GT3s on track now. All right, go ahead and turn the cars back up. There we go. Looks like it's rookies. I was curious how they were going to do this, but it looks like it's going to be 7 and 7 and 7, I think. Minutes. But so now we'll have the rookies and the GT3s go out. Currently watching Ryan Borsch and Ryan Bishop in that clean-looking Porsche. I was thinking he has that. I like that livery on that Porsche. And yeah, I just said Porsche instead of Bishop. Ooh, that Ferrari behind him looks pretty cool too, though. So yeah, I can go like that. Let's take a look there. Oh yeah, nice purple, yellow, and white theme. Love that. That's a good color scheme. It's one of my favorite, all-time favorite color schemes right there. Not a Lakers fan or anything, just really like those colors. And here we've got, I want to say Shane, right? Yeah, Shane Sullivan. Look at me remembering everybody's names. It's impressive, guys. I got 6 concussions. XL Caraballo. Or Caraballo. Not sure how it's pronounced, but it's a new one to me at least. Looks like he's rocking a BMW M4. Who else do we have on trial? Miguel Cicerón. Remember him? Didn't even need to look his name up in the ACC TV. That's Viator. We did take a look at him. And Chanley, Ryan Chanley. So that's going to be our rookies on track. So how many does that make? 6? 7. So 7 rookies driving. So we've got 7 rookies. What was it, 6 or 7 GT4s? And a good allotment of GT3s, it looks like, in the Pro and Am classes. Should make for some very exciting racing with the pace differences and whatnot. Let's see if anyone. So Miguel has been able to dethrone the GT4s. 4.5 seconds. It's what he's done it by so far. And I mean, that makes sense. Rookie. And I'm assuming Menendez. Isn't that one of those, like, isn't there a documentary on the Menendez? I want to say brothers. Menendez, I'm assuming, quick in the GT4. We're starting to get some more times though here. Viator 2:09.7, getting a little bit swifter. Half a second clear of the rest of the pack so far. Who has yet to set a time that's out on track? Ryan Bishop in the slick looking Porsche. Interesting way to lose it there. Commentator's curse, mayhaps. He looked like, if anything, he took off too much speed for that that corner. But you know, looks like could have carried a little bit more speed through. Here's Viator, currently sitting in P1. Currently no difference, so he could still improve on his lap. Flirting with a 10th up. Here he comes in the final. This one's tricky. You really, you know, you got to straight after it, so you want to get on the throttle as quickly as you can and power through it. But as you can see, you get on it a little too hard, a little too soon, and the car gets a little squirrely and loose on you. All right, Miguel Cicerone is 7/10 up on his left in Tokyo, drifting around that high-speed right-hander as we join him in his way around the track. What is going on with this track map here? Oh God. My ACC TV just lagged out. I mean, not lagged out, but crashed out. There we go. Into the long straight he goes. He's a whole second up on his lap right now. He needs 2 seconds if he wants to dethrone Viator, but a second won't even move him up to Chanley into P2, so he needs more. As impressive as it is for him to be improving by this much time, he needs to find more. He's still got all of Sector 3 left, lots of corners. He could still find a lot of time, also be easy to lose the time there. Onto the throttle, nice, carrying it through here. It's all very technical section, as you want to carry as much speed as you can through each one of these corners, but they're all got to be right there on that edge. And the mistake is very costly. It's not like a minor mistake. A mistake is going to cost you everything. He is still improving. He's over a second, but not quite to where he needs to be yet. As he comes into the final corner, into the home stretch, he's going to get on it. No squirrely out of that corner. He's going to cross the line. He's going to still finish 8/10 off of that pole position set by Viator. Got Shane Sullivan, and he's 7/10 up on his best time currently. He is 3 seconds back from Viator, though, so could Viator be a new rookie and new to the league, and maybe posting some times that are more pro or am related? If Shane Sullivan improves by nearly a second, but still will only be good enough for 5th place. And that's going to be the rookies in. And we're going to hop on board with Tyler Carr in a BMW. This will be one to watch, folks. Tyler Carr is fast AF. I don't know how this is the first time I've ever noticed it, but I also love that his little driver name board on his car, you'll see it as he comes down the straight here, it just says Carr. Let's see who else we have. So we've got Tyler Carr. Oh my gosh, the man, the myth, the absolute legend, Dion DeRosso, aka, no, I'm not gonna say it. On track, absolutely ecstatic to see this. I hope it's gonna be a regular appearance. He is also quite fast, so he might be able to sneak a couple wins, put in a bid for the championship there. Cryo, gonna be a fast one, definitely could be in contention. I don't see Clayton Filsinger or Justin Turek. Interesting. Maybe they're just not at COTA. It is July 3rd. Maybe they're busy. All right, but let's see what kind of time. Hey, there you are, Justin. Speak of the devil. Why aren't you on track right now? All right, still waiting for some times from this final group to pop on out. Loving this livery on this. What is that? Aston Martin? Yep. By Josh Rodriguez. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. I feel that. I feel that. Summers be busy. All right, so here's Tyler Carr coming around the final corner, gonna set a representative time. 2:06.22. Way up. I'm all the way up. He's 1.2 seconds clear of even a cryo. What about the milkman? Oh, milkman not delivering yet. I don't know why I just called him the milkman, but I like that. I agree. COTA's a blast. It's obviously I got to know it on the F1 game first. I feel like it's a lot more fun even on that, though the handling model kind of sucks on that. Just all the downforce of the F1 cars. But yeah, no, it's a hoot even in the GT3s. Definitely going to be a bit of a handful in the GT4s. Oh, as you see, DeRosso. Oh, boom. Oh, better go quick, bud. Better go quick, bud. Otherwise, you ain't going to get a time up. All right, he's still got enough time to get out there. Tyler Carr still on top with that 206 and no one coming close. But Cryo, Jennings, and Taraj are all within about a second. So close battle for that P2 spot so far. Check in with, okay, Robert Logan in the white Porsche. Good to see him back in the Porsche. He was pretty good in that car. Then he started switching things up. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get back and racing. I don't really want to race on Sundays, though, so I'll probably do after hours. 2 p.m. on Sundays is just like, I could be golfing. Where is he at? It's going to be down towards the bottom. All right. Dijon Mustard. All eyes will be on you. In case you don't know, this is also one of the league owners. The other one is also on the grid, it looks like, but he had a late join, wasn't able to qualify. But he will be racing in a GT4, Richard. But we are just watching Durasso try to get to the start-finish line as quickly as possible, so he can hopefully get a miracle lap in and dethrone Tyler Carr for P1. I think he'll definitely have enough time for a flyer. But, you know, you got to build that suspense as a commentator. That's a cool tower. I bet the view from that tower is sick. I don't know how I've never noticed that before. So he gets by with 10 seconds-ish to spare. And everybody will be watching the league owner, co-owner, on his lap. And we're gonna go. All right, pretty good. I got a little concerned when he got a little unsettled there, but seems to be doing all right now. Let's follow him through the S's. Easy to lose it here. You want to go absolutely as much on the throttle as possible through there. Just send it through each one of those corners. But if you get off your line, you're gonna end up spinning. Here's where he spun last time. Gets a little squirrely, but keeps it together. Really pushing. Nice and tidy through there, though. Good job. Hits the apex. Keeps it under control. Nice and tidy through there. Good on the throttle. Nice planted rear. Gonna blast down this straightaway. All right. I don't really have any way of getting his time, so I don't have any idea of being able to judge where he's going to end up. So I'm as blind as you guys are right now. Oh, I'm sure if I switch one of these towers, I could probably fix it. But you can see there, he's fighting the car a little bit, making sure he keeps it in between the lines there, though, because getting a time and starting in front of the GT4s and the rookies is huge. Maybe a little early on the brakes there. Coming into the final corner now. Just needs to keep it together. Doesn't lose it. A little cautious. Up to P13 for Durasso. So not a bad showing for his first showing in forever. We will be right back, guys, after the intermission. I'm going to try to get the liveries loaded for everybody. All right, we are back. Let's get the grid walk started. So for the first, well, let me get to it before I. So for the first round of season 18 in P1, we've got Tyler Carr. I should start doing this back to front. Tyler Carr in the BMW. Oh, let me go. Boom. There we go. Levi Jennings sitting P2 in the Nissan. I'd love to see that. Putting a Nissan on the front row. Michael Moleda sitting in P3 in the Porsche. Phil Cryo, Theos sitting in P4 in the McLaren. Nathan Henderson. Love the name. Sitting in P5 in the Aston Martin. Adam Taraj in the Noobs Are Us Porsche. Love it. In P6. Drew Jensen in the Mustang. Sitting in P19. Or P19. Number 19. Sitting in P7. Sorry. Shane Dodger sitting in P8 in the R8. Josh Rodriguez sitting in P9 in that very clean Red Bull Racing Aston Martin. Robert Logan up to P10 in the Porsche right there. I'd love to see it, Robert. Way to go. Devin Anthony sitting in P11 in the NSX. Alan Romero sitting P12 in the Ferrari. Dion DeRosso sitting in P13. DeRosso, you're behind Robert. What are you doing? Tim Gargle Some Water sitting in P14. Let's see how Tim's racecraft has improved. Can't wait. Wyatt Viator sitting in P15 in the Ferrari. Ryan Chanley sitting in P16 in that Aston Martin. Miguel Cicerone sitting in P17. Ryan Bishop sitting in... Let me turn there we go. P18, Shane Sullivan sitting in P19 in the BMW. Nicholas Menendez in the Noobs R Us a McLaren. P20. They're going to be first for the GT4s. Zach Schneider, P21, also in a Noobs R Us McLaren. Love to see those liveries. That's great. Chase Jones sitting in P22 in an Aston Martin GT4. Carl Banning in the Camaro. Sitting P23. Dean Solomon. Love that livery in the Backroads Racing Porsche. P24. James Casaboon. P25 and a Noobs R Us is taking over. It's taken over. Wow, this is a great livery right here. John Mellett in P26 in that awesome Porsche. Adam Norhalim. P27 in the R8. Excel Carabalo. P28. Sorry, I'm laughing at my pronunciation. And other league owner Richard Harknitz at P29. All right. We'll hit the helicam as the cars come into the back straight. Got a little bit of time left before we get things underway here. Oh, who's Ghost? I know I did deliveries. Deliveries are everything on my end is good. So if someone's livery isn't popped up, it's not uploaded properly. If they say maybe they race in Euro, for example, they'll need to upload it to the America server. And then the other thing is we dump the collections after each season. So even if it was up there last season, you have to re-upload it this season. Everything on my end has been done. I even double checked it between qualifying and the race. So if delivery is not on here, that's because Richard's on the spectrum, right? That's the joke we're making there, Justin. Man, it looks like they're racing right now. All right. right, here we go. Coming around the mountain when she comes. We are lined up. It's going to be Tyler Carr, Levi Jennings. It's kind of tough to overtake on COTA minus that one back straight. So if Jennings can somehow get the drop on him, he might be able to hold him at bay. Just noticing how dope Jennings' livery is, too. And here we go. It looks like a good start for Carr. Jennings going to be hard-pressed to hold on to that second, but he makes a bid to try and send it around the outside there. A little bit of contact, but rubbing is racing. We're going to stick with him, with everybody. I don't think we have anybody spinning out. Oh, Durasso ended up at the back, so maybe. Tough to say. Or maybe he had a bad start. Maybe something happened. Can't tell. But all right, making moves. He's caught back up. Tyler Carr comfortably ahead. Jennings comfortably in P2. So our top, I believe, 5 are as they were. We do have a little bit of battling going on here, though, as Moleda thinking about making a run, but that GTR is surprisingly quick in a straight line. Further back, though, a little bit of action there. Oh, surely that's going to cost the McLaren of Phil. Does a good job of defending there and not giving Henderson a chance to take the spot from him. Pretty clean stuff from the guys so far. Let's check up with the GT4s. Chase Joe, oh, we've got some thick. We're going to need to go helicam and check this out. So there's Durasso trying to navigate. So Durasso's been struggling if he's fallen back to the GT4s. Oh, no, that's right. We saw him all the way back there. Curious to see if we can get... Now, let's try and find a replay on the beginning accident once things quiet down. And we see... Look at that. Is that a GT4? No, that's got to be a GT3. Yeah, that's an NSX. That's a GT3. Making the move. Taking the spot behind him. Gotta get my track map out so I can see where the action is. And guys, if there's a driver you want me to hop on board with, feel free to shout him out in the chat. I'll definitely check him out. We can see Richard starting to take some names, and in just his first lap, moved up quite a few positions. Well done, Richard. Let me, how do I get rid of this? Okay, like that. See if I can find... So here's the first accident. Not sure who we're watching. Can I change the camera? I can. Okay, so a little bit of contact at the... Oh, so Durasso... Oh. So Durasso is the real big loser. I'm not sure why whoever hit that just slammed his brakes on in the middle of the middle of the track right there. As we come back from the replay, we see Dean Solomon putting another GT4 under pressure, and we can see further back, actually, who's that making a move? That's Josh Rodriguez. Oh my gosh. Big contact there. Oh, boy. Commentator's curse strikes. Let's check up with the leaders. Tyler Carr in a league of his own, 2 seconds out front already. Levi Jennings staying close enough for in case Carr makes a mistake. Michael Moledo slightly under pressure from Cryo. Cryo definitely right there. The race is still very much on between these two. And then you can kind of see Henderson, Taraj, and Dodger coming through there in the background. Love that shot, actually, there. We're going to stay here, though, as Cryo's really closing in on Moleda. Might be fancying his chances here. Let's see if he can stay with him through the S's and make a run at him down that straight. Doing a good job. And Michael's kind of got nowhere to run either, with Jennings right in front of him. That's a nice shot. And here we go down the straight, and Cryo is right there. Now the McLaren, plagued by BOP, makes it hard to actually overtake, even when you've got the slipstream. And you kind of see, is he gaining on him? Hard to tell. Yes, he is. But it's not going to be enough. Oh, he could have done it there, but he has to hit the brakes to avoid contact. But good luck there. We'll be sure to keep an eye on these two. See how we're doing back in the GT4ville. This isn't GT4ville, though. This is a GT3 we're watching. So this is the rookies. And Chase Jones. We've got lots of GT4s. So these three are GT4s. There's two McLarens in that Aston Martin. And then you see a McLaren, which is a GT3 in the background there, trying to find its way. I think that's Gargle Some Water. Trying to find its way through. Stick with these GT4s, see if they give us a little bit of excitement. These guys are in a pretty good position to do so, especially with the race enhancer of a GT3 coming through. So Menendez is the lead McLaren GT4. Then you've got Chase Jones and Zach Schneider. So these are the lead. That's the top three in the GT4 race. Also why none of them are really getting out of the way for Gargle Some Water. But unfortunately, Gargle Some Water is going to, looks like, costing maybe a little bit of time for Schneider there. He's doing a good job. He needs to get ahead of these GT3s or GT4s quickly, not interfere with their race too much. But like I said, that's also what makes it a race enhancer. Chase Jones is now all over the back of Menendez. I remember Chase Jones started in pole position for the GT4s. So Menendez has stolen that place from him. And here comes Gargle Some Water. He can't get ahead. He can't get ahead. He doesn't have the confidence. He totally could have sent it up the inside. But remember, the GT3 isn't actually much faster in a straight line. Surely he'll get the Aston done here on this straight. I don't think he's going to get the other McLaren. He definitely could if he sends it up the inside. But he's trying to be a respectful, clean racer. Doesn't want to ruin anyone's race. And good on him for doing so. He needs to get out of the way, though, because the race was very much on between these three cars. Surely. Just stay on the inside there. Oh, brother. Come on, Tim. Take him. Oh, take him. All right, surely Tim gets him here. Yep. Well, we wait for something to transpire of that. Let's take a look here. And Levi Jennings is having to defend. What a time to switch over. My senses were tingling. This is for P2 in the race, guys. This is Cryo, Moleda, and Jennings all battling it out right now. And Cryo comes alongside. He might get both of them here. Oh, he tries to send it. He still might be able to sneak in the inside there. Ooh, is there any? I don't think there was any contact there. This is some very exciting racing from these three drivers there. Cryo, good job there. Elbows out. Elbows out. Able to take the place from Jennings there. Jennings losing out 2 spots. Unfortunate there. So Moleda now in P2, Cryo up to P3, and Jennings down to P4. Clip that, chat. That was some nice racing right there. Need to go back and get that from some different angles in the replay. Be some nice clips. Cryo not done yet though. Looking to be trying to line up Moleda. Let's hop on board with him for a second. Quick through the S's. McLaren's going to really like this. Oh, and Moleda's struggling. Is it his tires or did he just get unsettled? But Cryo is going to gobble him up. And you can see Jennings slipping back there a little bit. So maybe they both... Oh, Cryo has to take avoiding action. Quick reflexes there. Well done to keep it under control there, too. And that's unfortunate because it's going to allow Moleda to breathe easy unless Cryo can really bring the speed through this corner. Cryo closing the gap, needs to get on the throttle good. Does a pretty good job there, but I don't think he's going to be close enough, even with the slipstream, to really make something happen here. And yeah, you can see Jennings is closer to Cryo than he is. And remember how we were a lap ago as we go into the helicam view to see, nope, there's going to be no send up the inside from Jennings. But Moleda goes wide. Moleda is wide, and Cryo is now alongside. Moleda is going to have to take a compromised route. Cryo trying the up and under on him. Ooh, elbows out from Moleda there, who takes the position back, and I did not think he was going to be able to get his car in there, but he managed to. Great, skillful driving from him. And it's as they were for these three right now. But we are not done as these three are all in. Can't turn away right now the way these three are going. Here we come into turn one. Cryo bringing the speed, but has to back out of it. Jennings kind of getting forced to do the same thing. Are they being backed? Henderson is kind of starting to catch them. And they're 10 seconds behind Tyler Carr, you guys. Justin, Carr needs you in here to challenge him. All right, guys, here we go into the long straight. It's provided us the action the last 2 laps in a row, and Cryo is all over the back of that Porsche right now. Surely he's going to be licking his chops right now, thinking about a move. And Jennings, you can see, is actually closer to Henderson behind him than he is Cryo in front. Cryo decides not to send it. Oh, he does actually get away with it up the inside. So Moleda pushing a little too hard, goes wide. And Cryo sneaks up into P2. Well done, Phil. And now you can see, so Henderson has really, either the race has came to Henderson or Henderson has come to the race. Either way, he is back in the mix, guys. He was kind of having a quiet P5 race, but he can see 4 and 3 and even 2 right there in the front of him. And same thing for Taraj behind him. You see that Porsche popping in the distance there, the Porsche. Now that things have kind of quieted down here for a second, let's check out the GT4s. So our 3 liters are kind of exactly as we are. Well, I mean, kind of. They are exactly as we left them. Only a few penalties so far. It looks like Noorloom, Anthony, and Sullivan. Let's see here. Where is? There he is. Durasso, P12. He started P13, so he's gained a position. He's got Ryan Chanley in his sights, but he's also having to defend from Viator, so he's in a rookie sandwich. Surprised to see Durasso so far back on the grid. But Durasso all over the back of Chanley. Certainly going to be thinking about getting a move done here as we come into the back straight. Going to switch to the helicam. Kind of like that. You can see how close. So it looked like a little bit better of an exit for Chanley there than Durasso. Then that's going to be really costly, as he's going to spend the majority of this straight just trying to negate any gain there and unable to make an overtake. So unfortunately, as sure as a thing I thought that would be. Oh, and Moleda given a drive-through penalty. So he's off into the pits to check that right now. Let's see. He is number 72. I don't have an accident directly involving him. We have 81 and 54. Let's see if there's either one of those. Interesting. I don't see. Huh. I'm not sure what he could have been given that penalty for. This is the most recent accident we have. That's definitely not going to be. Interesting, though. I'm not sure. Why he was given that. $72, yeah. Very strange. So that's going to be awesome for Phil here, though. Takes a lot of pressure off him, and he's now got almost 2.5 seconds to Jennings as Phil comes up on Richard Harknett. Let's see where Durasso is at, though. He was able to get around Ryan Chanley, and now he's come up to the R8 of Shane Dodger, and he's going to make mincemeat of him as Shane runs wide in the red, white, and blue R8. And Durasso moves into the top 10. Well done, Dion. All right, here we go. The GT4s are getting close here. All right, get rid of this. There we go. And Chase Jones really having to play defense as Kyle Banning puts him under all kinds of pressure. Pit window is open, you guys, but I mean, there's still lots of race left. And we're just not going to get much action out of these GT4s, it looks like. Back to the track map. Here's a tight cluster of cars. Couple GT3s. No one's really close enough to make anything happen, though. That's who we were just watching. So no one really putting anyone under a ton of pressure at this point in the race. Here's Drew Jensen, currently up to P6. Oh, that's a Mustang. I was like, in a Camaro? Isn't that a GT4? But that's a Mustang. It's a pretty good race for Drew. Robert Logan in P7. So let's see if Robert maybe can catch up to Drew and put him in under some pressure. But Robert, great race. Is he going to be able to go the distance this season? I can go the distance. I don't remember what comes after that, but that's from Hercules. See how good old Richard's doing. Richard is not under pressure. That's a GT3. Having a quiet race down in 25th. Yes, 9 seconds adrift of the next car. So I'm going to be hoping the race comes back to him. Really wish we could get safety cars. Moleda should make for some fun overtakes as the race transpires. Taraj improves to 5th, but I think that's because Henderson is in the pits. Yes, he is. Tyler Carr with 2:05.7, so he's now done faster in the race than he did in qualifying. Dion moving up, but it's just because the car is in the pits. Shane staying right there with the Rosso. DeRosso doesn't seem to have quite the form I would have expected him to bring. So Shane could, it's just one mistake, half a mistake really even, from DeRosso, and Shane's right there, and they're coming into Richard. Oh, it will be funny. No, I don't even want to speak that into existence, but it would be funny. Oh, it almost happened. Oh, and Shane getting aggressive, but they've got Richard up there. And Dion uses Richard as a blocker. and gets reprieve from Shane. Let's see that back. That was funny. All right, so here, a little bit of contact, too. Not sure if the stewards are going to do anything about that. Then Durasso sends it up the inside. And Shane doesn't really have much to do. I guess he could have followed Durasso up the inside, but he wanted to send it around the outside and battle Durasso through that corner. But obviously with Richard there, Shane had nowhere to go. And this does look to be the closest battle on track at the moment, actually. Yeah, I'm getting hit with the sleepies out of nowhere. Sorry, I keep yawning, guys. Just because I'm sitting still. Shane Dodger hit with the drive-through penalty. Was it for that light contact we just saw there? Or is that a track limits violation? That's probably what it is. What happened to Michael as well. Durasso able to breathe easy. He's now, let's see, 7 seconds behind P7. Let's see what he can do. The gap was down really low between these draw cars, but that's apparently not anymore. Robert Logan is creeping up on Drew Jensen, though. Down to a second. He's nearly within DRS. If only there were DRS. Push to pass or something would be sick. He's taking a nice aggressive line, carrying the speed. Oh, Robert Logan putting Drew Jensen now under pressure. He thought about it. And Drew Jensen's going to run to the pits and try to avoid the fight. Robert Logan, this lap is crucial now. Who do you have in front of you? Who do you have in front of you? That's a BMW. It's a blue flag. They need to get out of the way. Is it Sullivan? No, it's not Sullivan. Maybe it's... No. Maybe it is Sullivan. No, it's not Sullivan. They got out of the way. So, Robert, go. You got a GT4. Hopefully, he doesn't catch him through the S's. He's going to catch him in the S's. Oh, he's going to catch him in the S's, and that's going to be huge time lost. Now, if you remember, we were watching Gargle Some Water. Trail behind some GT4 for a good bit of the lap. Let's see if Robert uses his... Yep, he's gonna send it up the inside in that GT3. Use the arrow to lean on it. And he's off, but that's going to be costly in his battle with... Was it Chanley? I want to say it was Chanley. No, it wasn't Chanley. Yeah, it was Chanley. No, it was whoever's in the Mustang. Jensen. Because the volume must be down. Oh, yeah. Wow, the volume got down really low. I don't know. Sorry about that. Thank you for asking. Should be working now. That might have been up a little too much. There we go. All right, so where... is Jensen. Where is Jensen? Oh, well, I guess we're not going to get that until Robert comes into the pits. See where they line up. See how Phil's doing. 13 seconds behind P1. 2.5 seconds in front of Jennings at P3. Robert Logan's up to P4. Yeah, it does have yet to pit, though. See, here we've got... Well, let's go one further up. Shane Dodger trying to get around Richard. Shane's going to peel into the pits. But you've got... Oh, and someone else. Craw! Don't collide in the pits, you guys. Oof. All right, DeRosso is starting to hit his stride. He's bringing the gap to Romero down. It was just over 7 seconds when we left him. He's brought it down by about a second to Romero in front. See, 13 minutes left in the pit window. Oh, I'm so tired. Robert is into the pits, so now we need to find Drew. It definitely looked like Robert was going to get him before they went into the pits. So let's see who got their pit strategy right. Pit stops take a while, but Drew's got a lot of track left still. A little bit more volume. Cool. I just don't want to drown my voice out. I'm always worried about doing that. There you go. All right, and here we go. Where is Robert? He's coming out of the pits. There's Drew. There's Robert. Oh, there's Drew. Oh, there's Richard. Oh, and it prevents either of them from going wide. And Robert able to get the move done in the pit strategy, even despite getting stuck behind that GT4 through the S's. So Robert Logan up to, he's in P9 right now, but should gain a couple more spots once the pit stops cycle through. So Robert Logan having a great opener to the season. Let's go, Robert. Because he wastes no time getting around this GT4. And Drew is not going to be able to do the same, but it'll get him on this corner. And unfortunately, Robert did not get the exit he was looking for. And is almost under pressure from Drew. He might be by the time they get done here. Robert does a good job of trying to keep closing him off, not giving him enough track to work with. I assume we're cheering for Henderson. Henderson into 7th place. Can't remember where he was. He wasn't like P5, so we got to wait for the rest of the pit stops to finish to see if he's cycling through, but he's having a good race. Cryo has hit his pit. He's still in P2. There's a crazy gap from P2 to P3. Romero is in the pits. Looks like he just completed or is exiting the pits now. Robert Logan sending it up the inside. This is the GT4 leader, or one of the leaders rather, so he's not going to want to slow down for sure. And Drew Jensen is still right there. Robert is not out of the woods. Stop go 30 for Durasso. That must be speeding in the pits. Undoing all that work he put in. These two are the closest two on track for sure right now, though. And Drew Jensen is doing a great job of putting Robert under pressure. Robert having to take a defensive line. So they come into the hairpin, which could be very costly here. Ooh, but he gets a great exit, and you can see that Porsche stretch the gap out to that Mustang behind. But the Mustang is a straight line monster. And now it starts to shut the gap down. And Robert's going to have to take defensive line yet again, but might not be enough. Let's see. Nope. It definitely is enough. And that Mustang's going to have to back off because of that GT4 there. This reminds me of that race Chad and I had at Spa. It's going to be a long race, Robert, if you're going to hold on to this position, it looks like. Drew is going to make you work for it. Just a few cars left to pit. And it looks like something might have happened to Cryo. Got a yellow flag on Cryo. It's weird. But he's not in P2 anymore. I don't see anything else involving him. Maybe he got a drive-through or something. But it looks like Robert Logan starting to stretch his legs a little bit and get some breathing room finally as they come into the back straight. Let's see. I wouldn't be surprised if that Mustang pops onto the screen by the end of the straight here. Ha 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 ha! There it is. There it is. All right, let's see who else we have showing their stuff. This is 9 and 10. This is. Looks like your boy Henderson is up to P4 right now. He's looks like he'll get P3 once Chanley pits. Really wonder sure. Oh, and Cryo just got him actually. Let's see if I go. Oh, nope. He got him a second even before that. Cryo going to be trying to regain P2 after I have no idea what happened to him. Excuse me. I mean, he's still going to be up there. If he can stick with Cryo, he's got a chance at that podium. He needs to hang on to that bumper. This is 2 cars. It is 2 cars, but they're in different classes. Richard really having a quiet race, poor guy. Speaking of people we can pick on, let's find Dion. Oh, I don't see DeRosso on track anymore. Oh, that's still Robert and the Drew still going at it. And it looked like Robert had started to pull away, but Drew is right back. Right back there. Must be very much certain parts of the track. Robert's starting to eke that gap back out again. Here is a move being done on track, but that's GT3 on GT4. Things getting a little hairy here. Let's hop on the heli cam. You can see an overtake in the background, but that's, I'm pretty sure, Cryo. That's the Porsche Cryo. Yep. So this is for third place right now. As Chanley has yet to pit. He's only got 2 minutes left in the pit window, so he's got to come in this lap. It's going to release Cryo back into P3. He'll have a long way to go if he wants to try and catch Jennings. Cryo won't even wait for Chanley to go into the pits. Cryo on a warpath, clearly. Man on a mission. All right, back to Robert and Drew. Robert seems to have some breathing room for now. Keep an eye on that. Nobody else really giving us a battle. We got these three right here. So, oh no, you got gargle some water. It's a sweet Porsche. Not sure whose Porsche that is though. That's Taraj. That's Taraj's Porsche. And then Henderson is in front. So Henderson looking to creep into P4. I mean, he's definitely got it. Chanley didn't pit, so Chanley's going to be screwed. Does Chanley not know what's going on?
closed.
So Chanley did not pit, so that's going to be very costly as he was having a good race. Might have even been P1 in class if he had pit. Definitely was in position to podium if he had gotten the pit done in the pit window. But now Henderson under pressure from Taraj. Let's see how he can do here. Got 14 minutes left. Oh man, Adam is all over the back of Nathan's bumper right there. I can't help but root for Nathan though, being that we share the same first name. On that note, also, Nathans are great guys, but Nathaniels, you can never trust a Nathaniel. I personally never go by Nathan either. Always Nate. Or Shrib. Alright, double check my track map here. Let's check up on Robert. Nothing between them two. Now I lost where we were. Was it here? Nope, we got another battle though on track. This is Bishop and Ciceron. Chanley did his pits. He just, oh, that's gutting. He didn't get it in time. Poor lad. Poor lad. Henderson is who we were watching. Cryo is bringing the gap down. He might be able to do it. He's bringing it down with enough time to feasibly catch Jennings for P2. But we are having a battle right here. Henderson's gonna have a lot of work to do if he's gonna hang on to this for the next 12 minutes, it looks like. Now, hopefully he can get Adam to eat up his tires. Obviously going to be tough to play defense and preserve tires at the same time, but if he's able to do that, you know, I think that's with how much pressure he's under, I think that's the best play. Kind of just position your car where you know he can almost overtake, but can't. So you can just defend it calmly. Cryo is bringing that time down. You need to jump back here too. Keep an eye on these two as well. Cicerone and Bishop. That's going to be for the final spot of the podium for the rookies. Oh, Cryo, I got a weird little symbol, but he seems to be fine. What happened? Oh my gosh, what happened? You look away for a second. So here they are, following. Still good, still good, still good. Losing the back end, and oopty-doopsie. So that's going to be the end of that battle there. Cicerone just got the move done. Let's get this back on the replay. Good move from there from Miguel. Well, that might not have even been. I'm not sure what's going on there. No, that's Bishop. Yep, that's Bishop. So that is the move that's being done there. Robert Logan with the drive-through penalty. No. And Michael Moleda is going to get past him. Drew Jensen's already got past him. So Robert Logan was in the third. This will still be a pretty great race, though, for him. Top 10 is going to be pretty solid finish, but he was sniffing a top 5. Poor buddy. Update on Cryo. It's down to 6 seconds with 8.5 to go. Henderson comfortably in 4th place. Not sure what his gap to Cryo is, but Cryo's cooking right now, so over 10 seconds. He's not catching him. Cryo, 6-3 now, needs to keep bringing that down if he wants to catch Jennings. Check out our GT4s. So you got Menendez leading. With no sign of, there he is, Zach Schneider, who's in P2 with the GT4s, and Chase Jones getting a little squirrely there in P3. Robert Logan, my guy. Jap style, team Jap style. Oh, that's funny. Nathan Henderson of Pegasi Motorsport. There's no one close at the moment, guys, to watch battle-wise. Let's give Tyler Carr some screen time. Car. I love that it's just flashing saying car. Been a quiet race for him. Took P1 into T1 and never looked back. He's nearly 18.5 seconds clear of the rest of the field. Great race for Tyler and the season opener. Cryo has stopped making inroads. It was 12 seconds. He got it down to 6. And now he just can't catch. Jennings can't seem to bring it down any further. It was looking like he was going to do it for a while there. And here we've got Henderson trying to navigate through the minefields of GT4s, but it looks like Richard might be on in the closing stages as he hits his blinker. Signal he's going wide, gets a little squirrely there. Let's hop on board with good old Richard right now. Who is that? That's Kyle Banning in front of him? But Dean Solomon should be in front of him in the Porsche. Oh, excuse me, guys. Huh. Richard must be lapped a couple times. Oh, man. Let's get a replay of what just happened. Who am I watching? 664. This is Devin Anthony. Just getting a little squirrely, loses the back end of it. Good job to keep it parked. Stay predictable, let the other guys come through. Take notes for you rookies or just new racers in general. That's what you should do if you lose control. Slam on your brakes and just sit still until all the cars have passed you so you can not take anyone out as you rejoin the race. Lord knows I've been guilty of that a couple times. Looks like P12 might be under some fire. Yep. So this is Shanley sitting in P12, but he'll have a huge penalty for not pit stopping. Anyway. Oh, and he gets punted by Shane. Adding injury to injury. Check our GT4s. And it does not look like we'll have any GT4 excitement in the closing stages here. Phil is bringing it down, but not enough. It's too little too late. He put in a good bid. It looked like he was going to be able to do it there for a while. But in the end, he tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, he was still over 5 seconds back. Don't know what happened. I wish I knew what happened to him. A rig try throw. Excuse me, guys.
Leaders on final lap now.
The leader is on the final lap. The leader being Tyler Carr, of course. It's got to be 20 seconds clear of the field by now. Do we have any last lap battles? Here we go. 15-16. Oh, nope, that's 15-19. Dang it. Is there a song? Good job, Hendo. Or you're just asking me to not sing? Because I would not take offense to that. I'm not a good sing. Not a good sing. Tyler Carr come down the back straight. Well, looks like it's gonna be quiet closing stages here, though, guys. No one really. Robert Logan will be maybe thinking about having a go here. But here is Tyler Carr coming around the final corner and crossing the line to claim P1 in the first round of season 18 of GT Americas. Congratulations, Tyler. A fantastic drive. It's not letting. Should have jumped to those guys. Crossing the line now in P2. Levi Jennings. Well done, Levi. P3 goes to Cryo. P20 is going to be Zach Schneider, but I believe that's P2 for the GT4s. P21 is Chase Jones, which I believe is P3 for the GT4s. Nor Halim's going to cross the line in P27. Nathan Henderson bringing it home, best of the rest in P4. Shane Sullivan going to cross the line in P16. Bringing it home in P5, Adam Taraj. Well done, Adam. Tim Gargle some water, P15. I think that's an improvement from last season. Well done, Tim. Michael Miletta, P6, could have been more. Followed closely by Drew Jensen in P7. Casa Boone going to cross the line in, I want to say that was P27. Kyle Banning crossing the line in P21? 20th. Robert Logan going to take P7, and he's followed by Richard and Viator. And here we have... Oh, it wasn't Viator. I'm sorry. That was a different Porsche, or a different Ferrari. Here we have Viator and David Anthony bringing their way around the track. That was Romero that we just saw cross the line with Richard. So there's Viator and David Anthony, and Viator in 8th and David Anthony in 9th. And I think that's everyone. Well, we have a car stopped on track. So yeah, that's going to be everyone. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for the season opener of season 18 at GT Americas. Big shout out to the racers. Thank you for giving us something to watch. Lots of exciting action on track. Looking forward to the rest of the season. As always, make sure to thank your stewards. And this is possible without them. Richard and Durasso, league owners, thank you guys so much for giving a place to do it all. I'm Nate Start from Pitch Schreiber, and I will catch you guys same time. No, actually, we'll be at 9, back to the normal time next week. Same time, so not same time, same place, but almost same time, same place. And until then, you guys stay classy.